The way events are developing in the Middle East has come as a complete surprise to the United States. Washington was most afraid of the opening of the Second Front, and did everything to prevent this from happening. The White House was sure that the anti-globalists would strike in the Taiwan direction. However, U.S. intelligence, with its erroneous conclusions, again failed Washington. While the Western coalition, led by the United States, is doing everything possible to save the pro-Western Ukrainian government and the armed forces of Ukraine from complete destruction, a war has broken out in the Middle East that can put the last nail in the coffin of the unipolar world. The Palestinian militants carried out such a rapid attack against the Israeli state that even the representatives of the White House were completely at a loss for words. Moreover, that confusion and shock were felt in the speeches of American politicians. For the first time, the American authorities did not promise to send U.S. troops to protect the Israeli state. Moreover, Washington's representatives did not even promise to provide Israel with all the necessary weapons if necessary. At the same time, President Biden has once again proved that he lives in some kind of fictional world. In particular, Biden continued to reassure the Israeli leader, telling him that the United States would give Israel all the necessary military assistance. It seems that Biden has finally lost his mind and does not understand that the United States itself needs help against the background of strategic defeats in Eastern Europe. At the same time, Israel has already asked the United States to provide missiles for Israeli air defense systems, since within a few days the Israeli Defense Forces have completely exhausted their entire stock of surface-to-air missiles. Meanwhile, many Israeli politicians and experts claim that Hamas could not be able to carry out such a lightning military operation, as a result of which dozens of Israeli tanks and even an army base with numerous settlements were captured. According to them, Hamas acted as a professional and well-armed army. Many Israeli politicians and experts are sure that Palestinians couldn't do anything without the interference of Russia and Iran. Moreover, some Western experts have also stated that the strike on the Jewish state is Putin's punishment for the fact that the Israeli authorities secretly continue to help the Ukrainian regime. At the same time, they noted that Moscow's main goal was to open a second front for the United States, which would put Washington before a difficult choice between Ukraine and Israel. It is also worth noting that over the past decades, Israel has finally soured relations with its neighbors, Syria, Egypt, Libya, and Iran. All these decades, Israel was hiding behind the United States and used advanced weapons to show its neighbors its dominant status in the region. However, now that the war in Ukraine has devastated the weapons stocks of not only the United States but also Israel, the neighbors of the Jewish state are ready to attack and punish Tel Aviv for past grievances. Meanwhile, in the north of Israel, a cluster of Hezbollah militants began to be recorded. Moreover, there were also reports that the Iranian military was also seen in the ranks of the Palestinian militants. Experts do not doubt that if Hezbollah and Iran go to war, Israel will fall within a few months, since the United States itself is badly weakened because of Ukraine, and will not be able to help the Jewish state.